Esteban Ocon's comments on Mercedes with Alpine star a possible Lewis Hamilton replacement. Esteban Ocon has emerged as a frontrunner to replace Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes if the British driver follows through with his threat to retire next season. The future of Hamilton, 37, remains up in the air following the controversial season-ending Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, a race where he ultimately missed out on the 2021 driver's title. Hamilton was in control of the race in the latter stages before the now infamous safety car procedure, which saw race director Michael Masi alter his instructions to drivers in a bid to speed up the process and ensure one final lap of racing. His actions gifted Max Verstappen the opportunity to overtake Hamilton before the checkered flag, denying the British driver an unprecedented 8th World Championship crown. Mercedes promptly launched 2 protests over the procedure which were dismissed, and despite initially serving notice of intent to appeal, later announced they wouldn't be taking that course of action. However, part of their willingness to back down followed a pledge by the FIA to conduct a full investigation into what transpired, with that inquiry currently ongoing. Hamilton, who has yet to speak publicly since the race at the Yas Marina, is reportedly awaiting the outcome of the FIA findings before making a decision on whether to compete in 2022, with he and Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff keen to see Masi removed from his role. Should he decide to walk away, the Silver Arrows are expected to consider Ocon, who was previously on the Mercedes development program before signing a 3-year deal with Alpine last June, as a replacement. The Frenchman served as a reserve driver for the team in 2019 and despite committing to Alpine last summer, suggested he wouldn't cut ties with Wolff's team. For sure, there's still connections with Mercedes, but the job I'm doing is to be with Alpine, and fully with Alpine, he told Autosport in an interview ahead of the French Grand Prix. So, there will be nothing and no interaction with the Mercedes Grand Prix team. When asked if he had been in discussions with Mercedes about a potential deal to switch post-2021, Ocon, 25, replied, "I don't really have to comment on that." Prior to Ocon putting pen to paper, Wolff had publicly praised the progress of his former protégé despite him being in a weird situation. "He's been a Mercedes junior for a long time, and he's an Alpine Works driver now and that's fact," said Wolff. "I think that the situation is good for him there, he's growing, he's putting in the performances, he's French." Ocon will again be partnered next season by Fernando Alonso after the pair ensured a 5th-place finish for their team in the constructors' standings. Alonso, 40, was 10th in the standings, just 1 place, and 7 points, ahead of his younger partner. However, it was Ocon who notched Alpine's sole race win, and his first in F1, after coming from 8th on the grid to prevail in a dramatic Hungarian Grand Prix.